our hope, it's our backbone. Save it, reserve it, reserve it. Let's keep the forest alive so we can live. Let's keep the forest alive so we can prosper. Don't spoil it. Liberia is rich. Don't describe. Liberia is blessed. Our forest. Liberia is rich. Don't describe. Liberia is blessed. Our forest. Liberia is rich. Reserve it. Liberia is blessed. Reserve it. Liberia is rich. Reserve it. Liberia is blessed. Get up here.
A message from Wild Chimpanzee Foundation, produced by Eddie Theater Production.
My people, yeah, let's protect our forests.
Protect it, we must protect it.
More often than not,
Look in your eyes while the sunrise makes me know I don't
Broadcasting
have
live
to
from the heart of the city, this is OK Top 9.1 FM.
Waka, baby. You the perfect queen for the boy now. Painting all your pictures in my mind, hope you can visualize. But when I waka, baby. See the team and the team where you not do to me. You finish a climb my head, man, you finish my brain. And I know, sir, what I would do without you. But when let me tell you how I feel, baby. When let me show you the feeling, it's real, baby. But when I wanna take you to your paradise. When every little thing is gonna be cool and nice. But when you ain't gotta worry about nothing. But when you ain't gotta worry about nothing. When you're the one special Jew. You can be my one and only boo. I said when baby, when, yeah. Beautiful, nice, sailing on ice. I just wanna end your pause, so I need you to slow down. Slow down. Julie, what can you do?
This is the conversation on OKFM. Welcome back to it right after Forest Hour. Lee, host of the show, will say the biggest thing on radio anywhere in the country at about this time, and I dare say the best thing that has happened to Liberia in the next 55 minutes. We'll be having some tough political conversation, matters relating to Liberia. My name is Trokon, Wrepue. Let's get it going. Let's bring this one down from KZW very quickly. Welcome again, and like I said from the onset, in our studios now is Moses Akaris Gray, former representative of Montserrat County, District 8. In the next couple of minutes, short of an hour, we're going to be having some very, very tough conversation on some of what he agrees with and disagrees with, and we were asking the tough questions. Mr. Gray, would like to say once again, welcome. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to sit under your mellifluous voice.
And the invitation was on
again,
short
I'm
notice.
excited to be here in your studio, OKFM.
When last were you here?
I can recall about a few months.
Because you are a panelist now, so you hardly
There are two different
time.
times. So, you know, I'm media friendly to all that stuff.
Sure, that's
That
true.
one, you know, you just call me today and I can. Yeah.
The notice was short.
Yeah, but, you know, there's my station also.
Outside of politics, what are you doing?
It's my private life. Yeah.
Is it
So-
business or what?
No, it's my private life. So I don't have to explain to people what actually I'm doing.
What do you do normally in the morning hours? Do you train? Do you? I mean, what do you do?
You see me in my truck.
It doesn't
So-
matter. Maybe you can just wear it or come here.
You could have a point where you see me in my truck. So it means that I train. Not only that, but I do a lot of research work.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm good.
Very good.
Very good. I do a lot of politics, a lot
Are you
of
still in
research work
District
and
8 or outside
analysis.
of the district?
I still live on 9th Street Baker's compound.
Okay.
Yeah, you know Baker's compound. That's where I live. Okay, like I said, you know I have a home also, a house. I mean, on the highway, but I live Baker's compound.
Generally, how is life?
Life basically, for me, I'm okay and will always be okay. But there are challenges, economic challenges, being manifested and spoken loud of, not hearing, by the masses that have brought governments upon government to power. So yes, I know probably you could better explain that, not just the U.S. rate. But across the country, people are complaining there about the devastating economic situation. Independent media institutions have been not just to market areas, but across the country in different locales, asking different questions. So it's not just about a specific media institution. It's about the independent media to a great extent.
Great.
And I don't think the government is performing the way they ought to perform, and they are just not performing. Not only that, I don't think, but they are not just performing by the response of the people. They are not performing.
You've been a former immediate past government official. You served for over a decade. You understand what it means to be in government and the challenges that confront the country, whether it was then or now. When you get into the streets of Monrovia or outside of Monrovia, I know at times you're in Caymount and other counties, what are the basic things you are hearing from citizens? Apart from the everyday talk, oh, the economy, blah, blah, blah. What are the real basic things people are telling you?
Look, let me tell you this. The rule of law is a serious issue in our country, extrajudicial killing, where the police has become law unto her own. The security apparatus of this country have become law unto her own. Unprecedentedly, every week someone dies, mysteriously or unexplained death. People are afraid. People are living in a situation where they think that the state cannot protect them anymore. So they are living in serious fear. Every week, check the record. Somebody you see, some mysterious death will take place, unexplained. The state has not been able to arrest the perpetrators, if they are perpetrators of the act. But people just die, unexplained death. It's terrible, you know. Like you said, besides the economy of the country, national security is a challenge for this administration. Respect for the rule of law is devastating, rampant and mass corruption. The information dissemination aspect of the government is disjointed. People speak from different parts of their mouth. And when we get into the nitty-gritty of the discussion, then we pinpoint, I mean, all of those things that, but the country is in a serious situation where people don't feel safe.
Let's start.
Yeah.
Let's
People
start.
don't. Parents. I have a mammoth challenge of tuition, WAS fees, and all of those things. There have been series of protest actions by different groupings, not necessarily political actors, but I'm talking about non-political actors.
Which would be normal in a democracy.
And unprecedented that the government told the Liberian people that they are the best. They have a president who has 44 years of governmental experience. In fact, who presided over the Liberian Senate for 12 solid years. And in 5 years, 5 to 6 years, first 10, I passed the most bogus, presided over the most bogus concession agreements in the history of the country, 66. Disqualified by international partners. Presided over more than 100 and some more concession agreements. Okay, but let's go into the thematic concern, the subject matter. Let's go step by step. So And I know today when I leave in the radio station, I'm the thunder. After the thunder, there will be rain. So the rain will soon start falling at me.
Let's take it bit by bit. This could be the very first time in so many months I'm having you since the CDC left power. And Representative Gray, sorry, I will use representative. I know you're in the country, X and SYZ. But where did the CDC leave Liberia and where we are today from a fair analysis standpoint? Because there are data, there are variables, and all of what you would say could be fast-checked.
Yes, that's what they need to fast-check. We left the United States dollars rate at between 85 to 87. Let me repeat.
185, 187.
185, between 185 to 187. That public record. The government of the Republic of Liberia in the budget that was passed in the annex of the budget, the preface, in fact, of the budget, the Minister of Finance has predicted that the United States dollars to Liberian dollars will be at 209.1 in 2025. You saw it at 200 on the sidewalk, the public record. Okay? So we left in terms of the exchange rate. What we see today is higher than what we left. That's a public record. The issue of the gross disrespect for Supreme Court rulings by this government, it has become not just prevalent, but it has become a culture of the presidency of the Republic of Liberia to disrespect rulings of the court. The saga that led to the fire incident, I would not say arson incident because it's mere accusation, but to the fire incident at the Capitol building, all of those things about undermining the speaker, the president showing face, the executive branch of government protecting one group against the other group, all of these things have caused serious setback for the investment portfolio of the country. It's devastating. Okay, we didn't leave the country in the chakla situation that is in today. Most of the programs, almost all, I think the first signature project of this government could be a yellow machine if they succeed in bringing the yellow machine to the country. But how many yellow machines were left behind that were procured, that were left for this government? They're not talking about that. Or 20-something yellow machine, I think it's 32 if I'm getting the record straight, but it's what 20-something yellow machine that we're talking about. Okay, we left that there brand new. The government even lied that we purchased 15 vehicles, brand new vehicles for escorts of the presidency. When I say the presidency, it includes the vice president also. They lied that they were in bad shape. They lied about that.
How do you
lie? They even lied that they did not receive them.
Are you a mechanic? How do you know they
No,
lied?
because I was part of the 10-hour ceremony. They even lied first that they did not receive them. And will pluck out the documents. And the months that they were received are all available. They lied about that. The president even lied, and his EPS director, that the two vehicles that President William left behind, I'm not talking about the three, because the tail was the one from President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. They lied that those vehicles were in bad shape and bad condition, so they had to spend over $1 million United States dollars for two Lexus vehicles. You had to see the president using the same vehicle that he said were in bad position, going Bapolu County, using it to go to the airport the last time when he was traveling out of the country. I can't remember the country that he went to. These are public records that we are discussing. The level of political witch hunt is unprecedented. The level of divisiveness in the Liberian society is so, Liberia is so divided to an extent where certain area people used to go, some people don't go there anymore. People don't talk to each other. It's like they versus us. The country is plunged into serious chaos. It doesn't mean people shooting all around, but it's chaos. The country is chaotic. One may say it's noisy, but the country is destructively noisy or chaotic.
Okay, let's take our time.
We didn't leave a chaotic, noisy, and destructive country.
Let's take our time. Let's go step by step, Gray. Why did you meet the exchange rate in 2017, if you can recall? when you took over from the Unity Party?
It
Was
will,
it,
it,
higher than
it will
when
not
you
be.
left
It will not
it?
be a strong argument.
No, I'm asking because
No.
I have to make a basis of,
When
of some of the questions I'm asking.
when we
Because
first-
if you want to talk about where you left the exchange rate and where it is today, then it becomes a concern
Okay.
of where it was when you took over
Okay,
and
they
where
left,
it is.
they left,
and
pow-
where you
they
left
left
it.
power in January. No, let me say this to you. They left power in January.
Yeah.
You want to compare what they left in 12 years. After 12 years, they left it devastating. The U.S. rate in fact was just climbing oil went to almost 200. The U.S.
In
rate was just climbing
2017?
up. By 2017, it was above 187. At the end of 2017, 2018, they left power 2018 January. Put that record there. They left power 2018 January. They didn't leave power 2017. But why would you want to even, for the fact that the government of the Republic of Liberia and you journalists sit in studio and want to compare, okay? When we came under you here, listen, you said we should not be talking about what Unity Party left in 12 years because we told the Liberian people, no, I'm telling you what you said when you finish that.
Sometimes these historical analysis are good for intellectual conversations because it gives the public an understanding because you are making
you want me to conclude
of where they left and where where they are today.
The question
it's better we go back to some of what we passed
excuse me, the question you asked is unfair, and I will tell you why it's unfair.
Why be unfair?
I will tell you why it's unfair. When I came to the studio, when we were in power, and I was making historical comparative analysis to the past, you said no, you people promised the Liberian people change. We are discussing now. There are public records to that on this station. So we are discussing now.
So we shouldn't know what happened in the past.
We are discussing now. If you want to know what happened in 2017, you can go ask the 2017 people.
Why did you even bring out 2023 when you left power and why you left?
No. You can go ask
since
them.
we are discussing now in the present,
your comparative analysis is the we administration to the current administration. We're not discussing 12 years to 6 years.
I'm not doing any comparative analysis here.
Okay, what are you doing?
You were talking about what the exchange rate was when the Unity Party took over.
That is him and our president?
In 2023.
Yeah.
So I'm asking you, do you want to compare the rate of where you met?
Okay, you got to tell me. I don't know.
I call you here to interview you, sir. If you cannot
answer, I don't know.
If you can't answer, we leave that with the public and make
okay, I don't know
and give some input on that. But
no problem.
You interview me.
No problem. I agree with you. I don't know.
Since you can respond to where the
I said I don't know. What I know is that what we left, okay, today, it gone way up.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I know. That's what I can speak to.
Okay, let's come to the rule of law. Great. You've been one person from the opposition, accurately, who stood very tall from the onset of the leadership, dispute at the Capitol building up to lawmakers' accusation against them of performing arson and all of those. I saw you to the court a couple of days ago. Why are you so passionate about them like that?
No. My passion comes from a perspective that you will also understand. The cream of people who making the accusations, there are a lot of loopholes on the basis of the accusation, a lot of loopholes. The report by those who came to do the investigation contradicts some of the statements coming from the police director. The police director said there was sporadic fire outbreak. He said there were different areas where some other tanks or whatsoever were placed into the Capitol building. The report from the international experts said clearly that at the entrance of the John Assembly, that's where they saw, I think 5-gallon container or something like that. That's where they saw it. It's a contradiction of what the police director said. Okay? The other thing here is that who protected that place? There was a protest before the incident took place. The police took full control. In fact, the police director is on record that they are under obligation to protect lives and properties. That's why they moved to the Capitol building to provide the necessary security protection. What happened to the police officers that were on duty that night? Samuel Koga was dead that night. Calling why he was not investigated. The majority block is they use the
during the night of the fire.
Yeah, during the night of
there?
the. Yes, he called on Spoon TV that night. He was there. He called live on the.
I know the fire broke up early in the morning.
I said the night before the fire, he was there.
The night before the fire.
Yes, he was there that night. He was not interrogated. Not only that, he was not invited. The way the Capitol building is being run, there are security people who take responsibility also. Capitol building securities or people who are assigned there. What happened to them? There are people who take care of the Joint Assembly keys. What happened to the Committee on Rules Order and Administration? Who had the key? Why they took for the fact that you took the chairs out? You claim, that's the claim. That means you suspected that something will happen. You are a subject of investigation. What happened to all of those things? There are a lot of scenarios. Witnesses are on public record, recallings to say they have been tortured. They've been asked to lie.
How do we say that it's fad or it's
no, for you, I don't expect you to say that it's factual because maybe you're a journalist. But I can
maybe I'm a journalist.
No, yeah, I say you are a journalist, okay? I don't expect you, right? Maybe you can say alleged, but I'm saying, and warn me for this. Tom is on record. Tom Edricks is on public record that he was tortured by the NSA.
How do we authenticate it? That's my thing.
No, I could go. That's where the government comes in to investigate those that were handling the situation with Tom. Okay? Because the NSA was involved in talking to unspecified locations. The police held Tom over 48 hours. Christian Kofa, since June 4th, he was arrested. Beyond the statutory period that the police should keep, he's still beyond bars. The arrest warrant is up. I get a copy of it. I can send it to you. They arrested, I think, 3 of them. They released 2. This guy, Christian Kofa, is beyond bars. One of the guys they manipulating to lie that they wanted to use John Yanti. They brought John Yanti to the country. The police director admitted today that the man was brought in the country since June 6th.
What do you think would be
and you didn't charge him, but you kept him over for 48 hours, the violation of the laws of the country.
What do you think would be responsible for what happened at the Capitol?
No,
with all of your ears as a former lawmaker,
the first thing
what are you hearing?
The Capitol building has a history of electrical faults. Yes. When I was a lawmaker under Ellis Tado, that was my first time, the library of the Capitol building got burned.
It's on the ground floor.
Yes. It got burned. Recently, before this fire incident, there was another attempt. There was another fire incident. They say electrical fault. I'm surprised that the police director, I think last week, he came out and said that incident was attempt to burn the place. He contradicted himself right there. He's on record for that. Okay. So more than 2-3 times there have been electrical faults, even when I was there.
Was there electricity at the night of the fire?
Excuse me. That's why
because we could trace that from other electrical fault or not. I was 1 or 2 journalists who arrived
you
from the
could trace that.
Very, I mean, when I say we,
do you have the expertise?
I say as a country. I'm talking to the security when I say we.
Okay, that's
hypothetically when I say we.
That's why the investigator said there is a need for a forensic in the report. The investigators
and you agree with that?
There's a need. The investigators said that to the government. Why the government refused to act on that? Where is the report? Do you have a copy of the report? Well, since the investigated the incident, where is the report? Today, the police director is on record for admitting. The director of police is on record today, press conference, for admitting that there was a request made to him by John Yanti, family members, made to him for him to be state witness. Some money supposed to exchange, but they could not meet up with the request. The police
family made a request to the police.
The police director said that
the police made
the police said they made a request after the man was arrested and brought into the country. Some financial request. Yeah, they said they could not meet up with that request. So it's John Yanti war against the director war. John Yanti is saying you attempted to bribe me $200,000 United States dollars.
First, we heard from your party was 50,000.
No,
and it started the claim.
No, let me tell you this. And
so the figure keep.
No, I will repeat. for the fact that the director admitted that there were negotiations, though they could not meet up with the demands, according to him, he's on record for that. It means that the director was going to negotiation. Somebody say 50, then he say, okay, but let's go to 100. He say, I can give you 50. He say, no, take it to 100. Okay. That 50,000 from all information was the first sell of money that she was giving upfront, out of the 100,000.
How did it go to
okay
200?
Then they knew that the guy was not willing. Listen to the director today. He said some people want to be state witness. Sometimes they are dangerous, who get all kind of analysis. So they kept the man. Imagine, they kept him from June 6th. The director admitted. That means they were trying to pacify him. Okay? So every time they will carry the money up. Every time until they reach to 200,000. But listen to this. The guy made accusation. He said Mark Ambler. He said the 106. He said the 103. Mark Ambler is the deputy NSA director for special services.
Except we hear from these people speaking.
No, excuse me now.
We cannot put a claim
for the fact that the police director. Do you want to believe the police director?
I didn't listen to the police director,
okay,
so I won't take
for the
what
fact
you're
that the
saying
director.
for fact,
No, I don't want.
I didn't listen to him.
No,
today.
but they don't.
So
did you listen to the other people?
I didn't listen to the police director.
Did you listen to the other people?
I didn't ask my judicial report.
No, did you listen to the other side?
Interview me or interview you?
Because you won't be biased now. You only
Not
listen
biased.
to the other
I'm
side.
telling you, I didn't listen to the press conference today.
Okay, then give me chance. Let me explain why you didn't listen to. Let me tell you.
You listen to everything around the world.
Okay, let me tell you why you didn't listen. Let me tell you why you didn't listen to. That make the interview good. Let me tell you why you didn't listen.
So I also have that duty to ask you questions and make
100%
to have the understanding of what you're saying.
But let me tell you why you didn't listen to.
Just sit there and just for my
no, you asked the question. No, Trokon, come on. Let me tell you why you didn't listen to.
Yeah.
You didn't listen to the fact that Gregory Common admitted that they went into negotiation, but the request could not have been met, so they back off. So that means they kept the man negotiating. You brought the man, you put in one of the most luxurious hotels in Liberia. The man you say you charge.
What's a hotel?
Left Star, luxury. The unpopular record for that is not healing. Probably you need to listen to them. They put the man in the hotel. The man had everything, trying to convince. In fact, Greg admitted that one of the family members intervened to bring the guy to Liberia. Okay. He said one of the family members intervened to bring the man. So they kept this guy. They thought that they could bribe him, and they kept carrying the money. Or anybody makes an accusation. Who is Mark Ambler as a journalist? Mark Ambler was the then police director when they shot at the CDC headquarters November 7, 2011. He was the director of police when President Salif established the Independent Inquiry Committee. The committee recommended the dismissal of the director of police for lying. November 7, he and Christina Tai. He had a press conference. Christina Tai lying to speak on November 7, 2011. He said people shot from the headquarters of the CDC. Let me tell you what Mark Ambler tried to use this ball. Mark Ambler believed that inquiry committee report, I think that was November 28, 2011, that when the report came up. Mark Ambler believed that it was Fanatikova who was the lawyer to that committee who wrote the report.
Do you
That's what Mark Ambler trying to use this ball to indict Fanatik.
Great. Do you believe people are sometimes used as state witnesses? Their compromises reach, especially when the state want to get it's certain information.
It's no crime on our law for somebody to be state witness. But when you begin to offer them bribes, inducement.
So the issue about a bribe, like I said, I didn't listen to the police director, and I don't want to say you're saying the truth or you're lying, unless I listen to Greg.
The police director will call. Don't worry, he's listening now.
If you're just joining us, a reminder, you're listening to the conversation. Moses Akara's grade, former representative of Mansourado County, District 8 is here with us, and we are going up to 6:58. Now 5:58, 6 o'clock will be news. Let's come back to the issue about the invitation to COFA, their subsequent detention onto the Monrovia City Court, and then onward to the South Beach. You were very animated.
The first thing the government lie on them. And my official position. The cream of people that are in the security apparatus of this country. I bring my friend, you bring my friend. Some of them on NSA payroll for 30,000, some 2,000. So group of criminals.
They lie on there about the capital.
They lie. The government of the Republic of Liberia through the security apparatus have no evidence. They
Why are you
guessing.
so emphatic, Greg?
I'm emphatic because I know that. Let me tell you, they lie before on me. that were arrested with army ammunition, that we brought 2 truckloads of army ammunition to the country to overthrow Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. You couldn't even bring one gun to court. That the same people, that man ambulance there.
Your case could be different.
The man who Ellen Johnson Sirleaf dismissed for lying and almost plunged this country into chaos. That somebody shot from the CDC headquarters while the police moved in to shoot. And they realized that it was a lie. That the man President Boyka appointed as the deputy director for special services at the NSA. That the man named the boy accusing you don't know my Amla.
The zest and the urgency from you and others as it relates to Kofi and the 3 lawmakers. I've not seen that with the others that were arrested. Is it because they are lay people or what?
No, every one of them we've been fighting for them. In fact, you
that's the way you do.
No, you didn't follow it. From day one, probably I didn't come to this radio station. You didn't invite me or a little bit. But from day one, the issue of Tom.
I follow you on social media.
No, but excuse me. No. Where the issue of Tom, when it came up, I released the video recording when Tom was even crying at the court. When Tom was even explaining how he was tortured. Every day I was on air demanding that Tom should be released. Every day. I fought for this with everything that you're thinking about. Before even the brought in Sibo, Fonati, and the other people. I've never shied away. From day one, I've insisted that they lie on Tom. From day one, I know how this government can lie. I know the criminal people. We work in government before together, and I know them how they can lie.
I see you standing all alone in most of what you do. Do you see disintegration in the advocacy from the opposition bloc? I'm not seeing
no. I'm not.
Only you're the only person almost writing and making enforcements.
You're making mistake. You're making mistake.
What mistake?
We are all fighting.
How?
Everyone been concerned about this. The political leaders have been issuing statements towards that. The political parties have been issuing statements towards that. Some civil society groups that admit different group of people. The way I fight does not mean everybody will fight the same way. We all have different characteristics. We all are not the same. Everyone will not be a Akaros.
That's what I'm saying. You're not amalgamating.
No. Everyone will
so
not.
Everybody picking
No. Everyone will not be Akaros, and Akaros will not be everyone.
So there's no uniformity.
I told you that uniformity. That's what I said. I said the political leader been generally issuing statement. I told you right just
once.
Twice. Not just once. Not once, twice, okay?
I know after Kofa was arrested,
not that
the rest of the people
individual, but everyone run their political party now. Let's be real now. Everyone run a political party. How you want to say the way MPP will speak is not the way Liberty Party. Even Liberty Party issue a statement, okay? The way the CDC may speak, it may not be the way the ANC may speak. Let's be real, ALP. But these people been speaking.
But you are conglomerating. Groups. I see you coming together.
No, but the fact here is that oppositions will always talk. We open up. We're having conversations. We've been holding, look, there are a lot of conversations we've been holding right after the election, and I'm not here to divulge that to you, okay? We've had a lot of meetings.
You could do that for the public interest.
No, it's not about the public interest. The one that's supposed to be told to the public will be told to the public.
Are you talking about 2029?
Mama, you can't disclose your source sometimes. Forget about that one.
But you can do yours.
No.
In the interest of the public.
I can decide to hold it until the appropriate time. There is timing for everything.
You could be denying your people
now we are discussing now the disaster nature of this government. What we're discussing. Forget about whether opposition political party will be together 2020 now.
Let's talk about. Okay. Let's leave the Capitol building a little bit and talk about the move of the government.
And I wanted to say something.
What is it?
For the fact that you have nothing less than 4 CDC lawmakers that have been officially charged by the police, I'm under obligation as former Assistant Secretary General, former Deputy Secretary General, Secretary General proper, vice chair for political affairs at the national level and former spokesman of the CDC. And where I come from politically with the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, I, Akaro Mose Talaka Tomeka agree. I'm under obligation to fight for my people because I know those people, they are being witch hunted. False accusation against them, innocent Dixon Sibo who's scared of trouble like that.
Why wouldn't you allow the investigation to go to his level?
There's a political issue. But I will tell you why it's political.
But if you speak the way you do, Gray, then you are making political.
No, it's political because the executive made it political. When the Supreme Court ruled That Fonati was the speaker. The president said he will not deal with Fonati, he will go to the quorum.
No, the president. So what you expect the president?
No, the president. That's what the Supreme Court said. The Supreme Court said. The Supreme Court says to respect the ruling of the Supreme Court.
What the ruling say?
What the ruling said? The ruling recognized Fonati as the speaker. The ruling said even if you have a quorum, there's not a procedure. It does not validate the ruling said all your actions are unconstitutional. For the president to send budget to a ruling that said all your actions are unconstitutional, and he sent a budget to that group, and he assigned security, he flew away. Can you imagine the man who saying he's speaker? He tell you not and he went back for election after a few months.
What will you have
done?
Can
you imagine that?
What will you have done?
So it shows the illegitimate nature of the actions.
What will you have done if you were in the seat of the president, looking at your government, its progress and everything, and the legislative impasse, the sitting speaker was legitimate, is not having session because of no quorum and all of those? Will you have shut down the government?
Let me tell you what we have done. The first thing is that imagine if President Boka was in a room and they watch you in. Maybe like Nkrumah then or other president, why you abroad, they overthrow you. Just imagine. He and the speaker of the word together. He party people.
Including people from your party?
Yeah, including the stage a coup while you were there. Mr. President.
Influential people from your party?
Yes. Mr. President.
Did you know they were doing so?
No, listen, Mr. President. When they did it, they announced it while they were staying, bro. Mr. President, it's an insult to you as a president for you to take the speaker along with you. And there's a problem there. Mr. President, you call your party people immediately. The man who call himself regime speaker. You say, no, you can't embarrass me that they will appear. Let me tell you what
do you have considered that as meddling into legislative politics?
What I will do, I'm telling you, I will answer your question. You know why? It's an embarrassment to the president. It means that the president took the man for his people to take him up. That's what it means. That's how it will be interpreted.
It could not be interpreted.
So that's how it will be interpreted. So the president should have stopped his people. The president did not do that. He came back. The president assigned security to them. That's what the president did. He assigned security, EPS officer. That's so protect the five family. He assigned them to Kun as an illegitimate speaker. He gave you all of the immunities.
What will you have done?
That's what I'm saying. If I were the president,
we have to be smart at the time.
I told you, if I were the president, I'm going to twat it because it undermines my own independence. It undermines my credibility. That's under the doctrine of coordination, not interference. There's a difference between coordination and interference. For the fact that the president at a point decided to even coordinate to a horse, did you call that interference?
You know what
that was the doctrine of coordination.
Do you know what he told him there?
You know what the president did? He asked Fonati to resign. That was what President Boyka did. He asked Fonati Kofa to say, Jerry resign. Then Kun went and say, I'm the regime speaker.
Mr. Kofa has not said that.
That popular record, he probably didn't intervene, but he can tell you that you won't call him,
he has not said that.
President Boyka asked, you know what President Boyka, when President Boyka called, after first he resigned, President Boyka called him again. You know what he told President Boyka? He said, Mr. President, how can I trust you?
He discussed that with you?
Where you call him discuss that with that public?
Where public record? I've not seen it.
Yeah, he discussed that with me.
Great.
He said to President Boyka, he said, you call me again, Mr. President, how can I trust you?
Is that on record? We can obtain it?
Where you call on record when you go for a meeting with a president, you go record him? I'm
asking whether it's on record. Because we have to authenticate it.
No. Listen.
If you're telling me
everything you can record people to authenticate something. I did that thing, man.
So
yeah, can't talk about you got to authenticate it. That how they call it. Joseph Bogada Bobo ain't flying private jet or right justifying it now on BBC why you should rap private jet. And why you doing? No, let me tell you why you condemn and you come back to contradict and do the same. It raises concern. Then we're having a conversation. You say, okay, private jet is no, I don't think myself or this, that I think we could rap. But for the fact that you condemn it, that's where the question comes in. You condemn it and justify it on the BBC, and your party people who condemn it, clapping for you and saying, the president will be riding private jet.
I had former Representative Vincent Whittier yesterday, and he also frowned on the way in which the House looks, disintegrated. One of his points was when Kofa and others were taken at the police station up to the Central Prison, the leadership of the House, pay careless attention. Do you agree with him?
No, this is the first time. Every time I know a representative was invited by the police from Roland Khan, Lahan Lassana, even when they arrested Prince Topa during the saga in Nimakante, the Mitan Steel situation when the people were rioting, Representative Prince Topa.
Prince
Okay.
OS.
Oh yeah, we had a press conference. But the majority group of lawmakers now, maybe not every one of them, but the speaker is a regime speaker, so in the pocket of the president.
So whenever
Because guess
a
what?
regime speaker comes, that speaker is in the pocket of the
What goes around comes around. It's not good for the independent of the legislature. Usually they will escort. Even the lawyer said he was going there. I think the Capitol Building lawyer, right? Listening to the interview, he said he was stopped by the police. The police told him not to go there. Which is a usual routine or courtesy where the lawyer for the Capitol Building, no lawyer, they got a department there. They will go along with one of the colleagues or the colleague that going. The leadership will go, not just the leadership, or they will establish a specialized committee to go along. You understand? That's the kind of solidarity that comes from the legislature. The kind of solidarity, not just the House of Representatives, but even the Senate. Even when talk about mobile, let me just give you an example. When President Salif through the police ordered the arrest of Topa Mobile, you remember? You former Deputy Speaker Topa Mobile? On a resident that Rototan area, the right? On the main road. Okay? Not far from President Salif's place. Before they broke, the entire House of Representatives, even the Senate pro tem, Clayton Watterson was there. The speaker was there. They said, no, you can't disgrace our colleague. They had to go find out at the end of the day after the case, the police lied. Say he beat the police, he wounded the police, his bodyguard, and all of those things. At the end of the day, they established that they were lying. The police guys went and rubbed the clothes in the mud. They went to the court when they did the test that were mud. They lied.
When they beat
That
for
the deputy, no, they said he was wounded. In fact, they said he was in a subconscious state when they reached into the hospital. Unfortunately for them, the first hospital they took the police guy to, he got down and he walked, and we had a report that was presented to the court that they lied.
Do you miss that kind
So
of legislature in this case?
No, the thing is that not a matter of miss. Let me tell you, if the executive can do it to A today, they will do it to B tomorrow. It may be in your favor today, and I'll give you an example. When Eugene Falcon misbehaved on Edwin Snow, a lot of people, oh, Eugene, are your CDC brother, some seditions. I said, no. In this legislature, if a government appointee begin to disrespect member of the legislature and will fold our hands, it will come back to us tomorrow. I raised the motion for him to have been arrested and placed behind bars.
I covered the house.
A then partisan of mine, people call me the talk. I said, no. The integrity of the legislature matter. And in this government, it's very common. Assistant deputy minister can insult any lawmaker.
Okay.
And guess what? The lawmakers are politicians. They can criticize. They have oversight responsibility. In the U.S., you will not see the Secretary of State insulting the lawmakers. You will not see them arguing with it. No. They will not do that. They were elected. They are politicians. They were advocates. These people are the land ministers and agencies. They are technicians. One deputy minister will jump and insult one lawmaker. Okay? Today, look at Delon and the minister. See how the minister leveled accusation against him. I told them, look, let me tell you this. The legislature should not be disrespected by members of the executive. All the way Yaka used to do things. The executive under President we are. No one feels Yaka.
Nah, but I know there were times there were ministers and assistant deputy ministers writing on the Yaka column.
No, let me tell you that none.
How you said
let me tell you this.
Yeah.
The guy who was the head assistant minister for corruption, or what about name? Or his name will come.
Eli
Tawale. Eli. One time Yeke was doing something oral, he went live. When we got you with the minister, then the warning we provided from the legislature, it was clear. Okay, you didn't see that under our administration. But guess what? Under this government, the guys one minister of information will just insult the lawmakers. You know, the last time the deputy minister at the Ministry of State, I saw her dealing with Representative Musa Belete. You know, I said, what? This early startup with all her problem. he will never pamper that.
Okay.
But for Chimos,
let's
with all his problem, will never pamper that. It will never happen. Okay.
Let's calm
that
down.
will never happen.
Okay.
But in this government, the young children, they feel that the law and gospel onto their own. One minister will jump on Facebook and insulting mother and father.
I don't think it's right to call people children, especially in the adulthood. And
at my level, I can call people children.
No, it wouldn't.
No, my man, forget about that thing. Now you don't want to put in my mob.
No, but you're
the man can call me my boy. Forget about that thing.
No, but you're on 19th Street. You can do that.
Okay, those children very rude.
No, don't do that, Gray. Please.
Why should you tell them? They all call me Mr. Gray.
That's a name.
No, call me Mr. Gray.
That's a name.
But the children for me.
No, don't say children.
That you will tell me. Then call me Mr. Gray.
Isn't it inappropriate to say Gray? But it is inappropriate to call others.
It's not inappropriate to call somebody that are older than children.
No, it doesn't all go well.
Hey, that's your business.
Okay, let's go to
district. It's your choice of what?
Yeah, the public is
nobody's your choice of what?
The public is a judge. Let's go to District 8. Let's go to District 8, Gray. How do you see the leadership there?
The guy's inept. Yeah, he's not a leader. The district is heavily underrepresented. Yeah, you know, every time I see him attacking me on his Facebook page, doing different, the guy's inept. This district is heavily underrepresented. Forget about me.
How do you say so?
Even before me, Rufus Nouvelle was better than him.
Why?
This district is is the most political district in the history of the country with the geographic location first and foremost. This district is the most academic district in the country with the number of universities, colleges, the highest. Okay? Now, I don't want to really do it on him because, to be frank with you, I listen to a lot of complaints. A lot of people call me, people who voted. In chat rooms, I see own people dealing with him. To be frank, I don't have to say it. I will not say it. Okay? But to be frank with you, when it comes to the kind of a representation that District 8 used to and love a lot, he's not a good representative.
Who provided that representation?
I know two persons who were here before. I'm one in Rufus Nouvelle is another person.
If you were love or the kind of representation was love like that, why did you get defeated?
Let me say this, the decision of the people, and I respect the decision of the people. Okay? Sometimes people vote later on, they realize that, oh, yeah, we did it, maybe we did it out of emotion, you know. Different reasons.
And you think they're realizing that?
But a lot of people you know, a lot of people, if we left here now, and I get out there and just walk into Sony Wayne now, right here, you still put running behind me.
You're a former leader.
No, I'm just telling you the admiration. But guess what? Let's forget about the election. But is he the kind of representation for District 8? The people have come to realize that it's not the case.
Will you come back 2029?
2029.
Are you making preparations?
I don't have to say that now. I didn't come to discuss whether I will come, whether I will run, whether I will not run. I'm in politics now and I'm dealing with the situation.
Are you looking up to 2029?
My responsibility is to keep this government on the defensive. That's the job now. I have no further comment on whether I will come back or I will not come back.
So you will not come back?
I will make that decision.
When?
Appropriately.
This year, next year?
Appropriately.
When is appropriate?
What is appropriate to me may not be appropriate to you.
No, you can say that.
I cannot
I'm
say
not
that.
forcing what is
Let me
appropriate
repeat,
to me.
let me repeat.
I'm asking when will making that decision become appropriate.
Let me repeat. We'll make that decision appropriately. And when we'll make that decision, you will get it.
Anytime soon?
It doesn't matter when.
Are you riding your base or what?
Are you my supporter?
I'm asking.
Are
I
you
call
my
you
supporter?
the interview, not necessarily.
I still have a district. I still have a district CDC district headquarters in Trokon.
Functional?
We got it there. Do they have a district office? The current composition of the leadership?
That's the question, not mine.
Does Unity Party have a district headquarters in District 8?
It's the Unity Party question, not mine.
Okay, thank you very much.
So I'm asking whether yours is functional.
No, thank you very much.
It's
I just saying that the district, yes, it's functional.
Okay.
I'm just saying the district is underrepresented.
Okay, let's take a few calls.
Dangerously underrepresented.
Moses Akaros Gray, former representative, District 8, Masurado County. Let's remain respectful. Go ahead.
Trokon, good evening, and let me say good evening to former Representative Gray.
Yeah, let's hear you.
I'm in Montreal. My name is Jeffela Mr.
Okay.
You know, it's embarrassing every time the former representative comes to the radio. Yes, there are a lot of people going to that listen to OKFM because they learn a lot. For every time Gray comes to the radio, no young person wants to listen to the radio.
What did he say that made young people not to listen?
Trokon, the land is an embodiment of life.
What did he lie on?
It's sacrifice. Look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what he lied. For Gray, that
Tefeda, thank you. We don't have a luxury of time. Hello?
The man, you know what to say.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, one thing I want to say to Honorable
call your name and where you calling from, please.
My name is Mel. I'm calling from Oro.
Call your full name, Mel.
My name is Mel Wo.
Okay.
Yeah, so one thing I want to say to Mr. Gray is that he's not actually in the position to provide a fair analysis because he works in the office of the then speaker. So the first thing I want to ask him, there was a crime committed.
So
there was an investigation that went on, and there was
Go ahead.
Why you can't ask it?
Insulin was, accelerant was used to stir up the fire. So that was clear evidence that indeed people burned it.
So you believe it? Okay.
So people burn. So in the midst, any logical question that there was a pending confusion. So somebody should be responsible for that.
Yeah, but he believes the current configuration of people running out by the police are not responsible. Let's talk to somebody else. Hello.
Hello, Trokon. How are you this evening?
I'm fine. Let's hear you. Go ahead, please.
This is Isaac B. I'm calling from Margini County.
Isaac, let's hear you.
Well, I'm following your studio guest, Mr. Akaras Gray, and I just want to point out a few lies that he's propounding in the studio because we don't have the time. Gray does not.
Hey, you must back them by facts.
What?
You should back them by facts.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm going to back them by facts.
Okay.
Gray is telling you that he's surprised that they are talking to people in the House of Representation and other people that come from land ministry should not be the ones doing that. But he forgot that they are the ones that even make Columbia power in the country today.
How?
When his group of civilians always, because I live on the old road all along, you should go to a Carl's place or Yekes place and make the guys so popular by destabilizing his children party. It was a group on the state campaign to carry out a party. They went and destabilized it. Another time, another group of sedition went to his place and he had to fly his family off to Ghana, and there are a lot to talk about. But I'm just so surprised that he is the one coming, should not be the one coming to the studio because most of the things that we are talking today.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to the next person quickly. Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Let's hear you quickly. 1 minute.
Yeah, my name is Amos Aramores. I call from the traffic location.
From the where?
Let me just provide you evidence that Gray is providing a disservice information. In the first place, Gray is not even a popular person in that district that I refer to. He take out control. The
man said when he walk down the road, they will run behind you. Say he's unpopular.
The man is not popular. I can tell you the 2 times he walked down there is former President Weah that's making the win. He's not really popular.
Did Weah take people that to vote for him?
And secondly, say that?
Weah took people that to vote for Gray or what?
I'm not talking to vote for Gray.
No, you said Mr. Weah made him to win the district. I said Weah took people there to vote.
It is clear. It is clear that former President Weah is the one that making the win twice in that district. That he votes. I'm a general. I'm popular in that district. He's not popular.
Okay, thank you. This person. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Let's hear you.
Thank you. My name is Josiah Small for me from the SKD Boulevard Bell. Let me say thank you to our former representative. You know, when we listen to some of our former leaders, it sounds laughable to us. Like Honorable Gray, like checkmating government that he has seen wrong. All of the average, he did not see wrong. The Gray are saying he had a right to carry tours and martial last born University of Alabama with student blood. He the one telling us that rule of law is not being respected and what have you. I want to ask Honorable Gray, we discussing agriculture. It's our great guys, it's our part. Even if Grand came away, he heard from the agriculture be the best around there.
Great, thank you for that question. Deputy Minister Daniel Sano, let's hear you lastly.
Good evening, Trokon.
Let's hear you, Minister.
Let me say good evening to the defeated lawmaker of District 8. Trokon, I've been following your
your conversation, it's quite interesting how people who misused power yesterday, who were power drunk, will try to take advantage of the current democratic space to infest lies in the intellectual discourse of the public. I mean, I was bewildered when I heard Mr. Gray, the man who went to have lunch on UR campus, brutalized peaceful students, something that led to his defeat, trying to question the impeccable character of the current folks at the Liberian National Police. One thing we have to understand is that the likes of Akaos Gray have to give democracy and the rule of law a chance. Yesterday, they were here. And sometimes when I say they say, oh, Daniel, you keep reminding the people, yes, because apparently they are very easy to forget. These are the same people who presided over the country in a way that led to us being sanctioned. Today, the U.S. issued a statement that they want to impose a terror restriction on this country because of the excesses of the CDC.
The statement is coming more than a year into your government. How is the CDC government responsible, Mr. Minister?
You have to understand that those things are happening. Our passport being in the hands of criminals, they're not happening on the regime.
Okay.
So if the spill over, I'm coming.
Yeah, you have to end. We almost all the time. We gotta give you some time to speak.
So what I want to say to Mr. Gray, he has to understand that a crime was committed. The place we consider the sacred chamber of the Liberian legislature was set ablaze. Gray cannot dispute that.
Okay, damn it.
When a crime is committed, people have to bear responsibility.
Thank you, Mr. Minister. Let's hold you there. Honorable Gray, let's hear you.
I told you when the thunder enter the ring can come.
Almost everybody coming.
No, but I told you. No, wait now. Let me answer the people. Don't delay my time. I said when the thunder.
I control the
time. And I told you after the thunder there will be rain. Daniel Sando then that the rain, that just poto rain, you know what they call poto rain? When you are small in Liberia, when they say poto rain, Liberians will understand that. Yeah, can the deputy information minister talk about moral credibility when he been insulting everyone, mother and father around here? As soon as you disagree with the government, he calls to insult your parents, he insult dealers around. He's the father along with Kessley of modern insults in Liberia. What credibility do you have? You're talking about, and you were in government. Joseph Boakai was there for 12 years. He presided over the worst concession agreements in the history of this country. He served government for 44 years. The other man asked me about farm. I'm now a farmer. And Joseph Boakai a farmer, and you eating una. You hungry saying now that you're talking about farmer. What Joseph Boakai had done for farming. Look at the other men. Let me tell you this. They take the Liberian passport. Maybe you don't know before we left government. And let me tell you in our government, there were some people names that were sent to the U.S. embassy that had serious records. Some BMs and other people. The government came and gave them diplomatic passport. You see the photo guy that were arrested in Japan? That were in the flight with President Boakai.
I remember.
You saw the picture? You saw Chris Onininga there? You saw the pretty boy, the body called pretty boy, they say commercial attaché. All the guys, the Americans are concerned about them.
How you know?
Because I know.
Are you in a diplomatic
No,
space?
any man said our government, wait. I know for real that I'm telling you today. You know what it means for somebody who was the president in the flight all of the time to be arrested in Japan for stealing, for carrying fake diamond, to rob people, and carrying diplomatic passport? Didn't the minister of foreign affairs, is she now on record to say that they clear everything is set? There is no problem. Go to the Minister of Foreign Affairs website. They say everything is okay. Everything under control. Honor Ellen Johnson said when Joseph Boakai was vice president. The Dutch guy that bought the Liberian passport and they gained diplomatic status. You want to talk about passport selling here? Your government is the most dangerous and corrupt government in the history of this country here.
Thank you, sir.
When it comes to the passport issue, when it comes to lying on people, the director, you hear him say, the director decent,